morning everyone, I'm here with your What's Cracking reading. Apologies for the last few days. Unfortunately, I've had things going on in regards to my well-being, so I've been sort of off grid for a few days, but I'm back. I'm feeling good. If anybody notices, I've had a tooth removed. I had some sort of abscess on a crack under the crown, so it took them a while to locate it, and then the tooth had to come out. So I'm all good. I feel a little self-conscious, but I'm pretty sure that you wouldn't have noticed unless I'd said anything. So, okay, what do we, I'm going to use the Tarot of Mystical Moments here, and we're going to draw an oracle card from the Oracle of Mystical Moments today. So we've got a matching set. On to what's going on. Remember, some people are still asking me about star sign readings. If you're watching this reading, I do the star sign readings on another channel, although I'm quite to the point where I'm thinking of sharing both on the same channel because it's getting a little bit complicated. I wished I could find another way around it, but unfortunately that is my option. Thank you for those who've gone and downloaded or viewed the video I did with the lovely Susie on her channel, and I forget the name of it every time, Spiritual Freedom Podcast. So we did a stint together on manifestation. If you want to watch that, I have it on my own podcast channel, which I'm hoping to keep adding to. I just wanted to see how this one went, and that is on Buzzsprout. Or you can, as I said, Spiritual Freedom Podcast. Susie has it up on the video up on her channel. So whichever way you want to go. All right, let's get into this. I am available for personal readings. People still emailing me. Everything is in the box below. You can book via my website at www.theaussiegoddess.com. If you're coming in from another country, make sure you've got your time zones correct. Most people so far have. I've actually fallen over in Australia with the hour difference in Queensland. So just remember to make sure that you've got the right time zone. All right, let's get cracking. All right, so we have the Two of Pentacles coming out first. So the Two of Pentacles is a card that talks about it's sort of like being stuck in a decision and trying to find a good balance between two alternatives. It's not a bad card by any means, but it can mean that you're stuck trying to find a balance. So for me, that means that you've got two decisions or two ways to go that equally balance each other, and maybe choosing one is where you're stuck. It can always be between, say, two jobs, two relationships, any of those things, but you're stuck between the two options. And whatever this is, it may be putting you out of balance a little bit, trying to make that decision. So I think we've all been in the position of having, say, two jobs where you've been offered one that pays really well and has some advantages, and then you're offered another one that is more of your dream job, but it pays far less and perhaps it's much harder to park or, you know, get to. Maybe the conditions are slightly different, but whichever way it is, it sort of leaves you in this quandary of which direction to go in. I don't want to make the wrong choice. So that's sort of the energy of the Two of Pentacles come through here. All right, and then I have the Eight of Swords coming through. Wow, okay. So this sort of means that whatever this decision you've got coming in here, whatever decision you're trying to make, I feel like it may be, I almost feel like raising some issue for you from a long time ago. This doesn't feel like a sort of current thing. It feels like maybe the decision you need to make is raising issues from your past, or making you feel like looking back to a past situation where you've maybe made a wrong decision. It just feels to me like you're still carrying some sort of, I almost want to say, trauma from the past about making this decision. And the Eight of Swords for me is often just mental stress. Like it's not really real reasons for why you are finding this decision difficult. It very often is you trying to get into balance on past mistakes or past situations, and that says to me there's some sort of trauma there. But let's just go a little bit further. All right, it may be in regards to a fire sign here. Sagittarius, Leo, Aries. He's so beautiful in this deck. Look at him. I love the cards in this deck. You know me, I love all my cards. There is somebody here that's making a decision difficult. Now, the thing is with the King of Wands, it could be a romantic interest. It could be a person you've had dealings with in the past. Maybe you've been given another opportunity here and you're not sure whether to proceed with it or not. It may not be that the opportunity, like I always say, it may not be that you've had a relationship with this person. It may be that a relationship with another person has made you tentative about moving forward with somebody new. Whatever it is, this can be too, the King of Wands for me can be a business owner or a manager or a leader. It still could be in regards to a job, but the theme here and the feeling is here that you are making a decision about moving forward on something because you've had a bad experience in the past. And you could have had a bad experience with a manager, but whatever it is, it's holding you back. All right, so I have the Wheel of Fortune behind that. Okay, I feel like whatever this opportunity is that you've been shown or given, even if it's hard to make a decision, the universe is saying here it's a good opportunity with that Wheel of Fortune. It's like you may be being offered something that you wanted before, but you never got through, or you were never able to bring it to some sort of fruition. So it could be that you applied for a job that you really wanted and you wanted it so greatly, and now that job's come around again. Now, sometimes then we think, oh, I won't go for it again. I didn't get it last time. So it may be that they don't want me back, or that they didn't like me the first time around. But let's have a look at that, because you could write your application differently this time. It may be different people reading your application. Whatever it is, I feel like you're being given a great opportunity here. It's like the time is right. So don't hold back. If you want a job with somebody, sometimes I feel like too, is if you show enthusiasm, like for example, you've done a resume the first time and you've done an application and you've half-heartedly done it, being confident that you would get that role, but then you didn't get it. So what's to stop you this time presenting yourself in a different light? Because if it is the same people reading it, sometimes they like to see your enthusiasm. And if they decide they don't want you next time, well, that's fine too. At least you've satisfied that within yourself. But what happens if they do want you this time around? Let's have a look, see what's going on. All right, so we have the World card coming through. I feel like for some of you, you may be getting some sort of offer from, I don't know whether it could be an international company. It could be the opportunity to travel. Maybe somebody's asking you to travel with them. That's possible too. You've got the Two of Swords here. So I feel like there is a decision. Yeah, the Judgment card. I feel like for many of you, they've spot Judgment right on that card. Ooh, the Lovers. So there's a very strong feeling here. Now I've got the Lovers, the Two of Swords and the Two of Pentacles, that this decision, whatever it is you're going to bump up against, is quite a difficult decision. Now, I have three major arcana sitting in front of me already. So I feel like, especially with that Wheel of Fortune, this could almost be a life-changing event for you. So I do feel for some of you, it could be high-level job, it could be travel, it could be a relationship coming around again, but doesn't sort of feel like that to me. It feels like an opportunity. Maybe it's an opportunity to live overseas even. The Judgment card tells me for sure it's been around before. The Lovers card is sort of, you know, it could be a relationship for some of you coming around again. Absolutely. Let's just go a little bit deeper here. All right, so I have the King of Cups. Ooh, the Emperor. Very good. With the Page of Wands, somebody is making contact with you here and making a request of you. The Emperor here makes me feel like whoever you're dealing with, you've got Aries and water sign energy here, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. I feel like here this person has or is about to, I almost want to say identify, but it's sort of not like that. It's like realize your potential. I want to go a bit further with this. All right, so we have the Chariot coming through, giving me strong Cancer energy here. With the Moon card, strong Pisces energy coming through as well. And we have the Devil card. Wow, nearly all major arcanas in this reading. All right, I'm going to give it the energy it deserves here, because I feel like you're dealing with somebody, and I feel like whoever you're dealing with may be new. But I feel like you've had a bad experience with somebody in the past here, and it's left you with a nasty taste in your mouth, whether that is work or whether it's a relationship. But now I'm seeing these cards here. I feel like I'm talking to people who've had a really tough experience with somebody before, and now they're trying to make a decision on a current person based in the energy that they felt before. Now, it could be the same person, but I'm feeling this person is coming in because they've realized your potential, but the potential of your relationship. They want to move forward with you. I feel like this person is telling you how they feel about you, but for some reason they weren't able to express that before. But more so, I feel like you've been dealing with somebody who may have pulled the plug on a situation because of their own ego. All right, let's just have a look. So there's a decision in the balance here. I feel like it's got you in sort of this victim mentality where maybe you're not accepting this because of your past experiences. I do feel it's to do with somebody who could be a manager, a leader, or a relationship where you saw this person as very attractive, very strong, very driven. This person's had perhaps to work on their ego edges. All right, and here, of course, I have the Wheel of Fortune, which makes me feel like this is definitely a new opportunity for you. I feel ultimately that whoever you're dealing with here has come to a realization of their own. They may have done a lot of healing themselves. I want to do a talk on that, and I'm going to do a talk on it very shortly, whether I do that as a podcast or whether I do it on the channel here. Because a lot of people sort of come out of these relationships and, you know, see the other person as damaging or violent or aggressive, but don't realize that they too need to heal something within themselves. It's sort of, I want to say, it sort of detracts from who you are, to understand what you need to do so you don't attract people in that abuse you in the future. But for some unknown reason, we want to blame the other person and we don't know how to take responsibility ourselves. And I watched Richard Grannon talking on this again the other day, and I think it really needs to be said. I've seen actually a couple of life coaches talk on it, you know, being able to blame the other person for what they've done, but not realizing how much you have to heal within you so that you don't attract a person again who's going to take advantage of you. I don't feel that this is the case. I feel like here you're dealing with somebody who's done a lot of healing themselves. Maybe they've realized that they've needed to heal some sort of ego aspect. I do feel that some people can't heal. I do feel that there are people there who don't believe they have anything wrong with them and will not make any sort of effort to heal themselves. But to me, this is a person who's obviously got their power back here and wants to make an opportunity come through. 8 of Wands. So there's communication coming in from this person. It's really funny because I'm getting such a strong Johnny Depp feel here. If any of you watched his court case, I think it was a real eye-opener for so many people, who, especially males who had been in perhaps very negative relationships with females without actually realizing the I suppose the depth of it. While Johnny Depp has, you know, obviously an alcohol problem, a drug problem as well, or had. I don't know whether he's worked on that, but that suggests already that he has issues that he needs to work on too. That's just a little bit of an example. But I think a lot of people, I hear them say all the time, you know, I was with a narcissist, so, you know, therefore he's the responsibility, without actually acknowledging that perhaps there were things you could have done differently, so that you didn't attract a person that was going to abuse you like that. guess that's the easiest way to say it. So I'm feeling like here you may have been dealing with somebody who was stuck in their own ego. This person has definitely made changes. Definitely made changes. But I feel like with this Devil card, I just pull a few cards at random here. All right, I have the King of Swords. Look how beautiful these cards are. Oh, let's just pull it out a little bit. Isn't he beautiful? The King of Swords with the Queen of Cups. And again, you may not be dealing with Four of Swords here. You may not be dealing with somebody you dealt with before. I feel like this person's changed their energy. But I feel like they've healed. Absolutely. Or they've done a good bit of healing. I feel like this person has a strong love for you. I feel like they probably just didn't appreciate or respect that when they were with you. If this is a job for you, if this is something in regard to working with somebody, I feel like perhaps somebody gave you a hard time at work and they may be coming in to put that right here. Maybe they have realized your potential, but it definitely feels to me like you're having issues trying to work out whether this is worth taking another chance on. And I would say to you, it does look like this King of Swords has sort of flipped the script. So I feel like your King of Swords has sort of taken on a new energy. So to me, that makes me feel like then the sharp edges have gone. That's sort of how I'm feeling it. And I feel like because of that, they have found that sort of a Queen of Cups side of themselves, that more feminine, gentle, soft side. But I'm really floored by how many major arcanas there are here. So in a 10-card spread, which is what I always put out, you have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 major arcanas. So whoever this is, I feel like it's probably giving you an opportunity to see somebody in a very different way. But maybe you've done a lot of work yourself, and maybe you are able to see this person differently as well. Maybe they're willing to talk where they weren't able to talk before, or maybe they're sharing feelings with you that they weren't sharing before. But there's definitely a real different feeling to the relationship between the two of you. All right, let's pull an oracle. All right. Oh, okay, to the moon and back. Oh, I like that. To the moon and back. Okay. There's no reversals in these, so the fact that it was reversed is not. I don't usually believe that, especially with oracle cards, that you should have reversals, but that's my opinion. Okay, to the moon and back. This is about desires, wishes, and longings. Look at this woman sitting on a swing shaped like the moon. She gazes longingly into the distance as if she would like to be somewhere else. That still gives me very strong Cancer Pisces energy for you. Although her skirt is made of feathers, she stays seated and does not fly away. This card speaks about strong desires. Sometimes we crave what we don't have. Instead of taking action, we remain passive and let our dreams fall unknown. Let the powerful magic of the moon reveal any unpredictable desires. So I feel that this card is coming through because somehow or another, what is holding you back, or what you are trying to make a decision about, whatever happened in the past, needs to be resolved. So I feel like regardless of what happens here, you are still resolving some sort of past issue that is holding you back from having what you want. That's what I'm feeling here. All right, and I will leave you with that. Thank you.